Alrighty, hey guys, welcome to our first ever Pro Traders Fund live stream. Okay, guys, this is the first one ever, and there are many more to come. Okay, I'm your host 𝗟𝗲𝗄, your PFT ambassador and trading psychology mentor, and today we have such an exciting show for you. Okay, we are happy to have you here with us for the next hour or so as we're discussing trading, life, and just so much more. Okay, we have so much value to bring, and we have three exclusive guests with us today. Okay, and as we wait for more people to join to the live stream, we would love to know just where you guys are from. So, just in the chat, just give us a big shout out from where you're from, and we'll wait for the others to join. We got Jamaica in the house. Okay, what part of Jamaica, guys? What's up, Shane? What's up, JA? What's up, K-Boss? I am ready to start, and I'm so excited to have you guys here with us. Okay, we got Clarendon in the house. Seychelles, and we see that more people are joining, guys. We're going to start in about 5 minutes just to get everyone here with us, okay? We got Mabe. Spanish Town, okay. Guys, we have just a lot of value to give. I'm just so excited to have you all here with us. And let me just say this now. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers joining us today, wherever you are. And we love and appreciate all of you. And we hope that you are having a great day today, okay? As this is your day. All right, guys, as the viewers as everyone just keeps on going, we are going to get started, okay? So today we are going to be speaking about the 3 accomplished traders who were given the opportunity to manage our capital from Pro Traders Fund and have already received payments from the business. And we will be asking them questions about their journey, challenges, and their overall experience as traders, so we can give you an insight as what it takes to pass your challenges and get funded. Because, guys, at the end of the day, we want you guys to make money, because when you make money, we make money. So it's not just, okay, we're trying to make the challenges as hard as it can be. No, we want to just see if you have the skill to pass so we can all win. So we are going to be helping you grow your skill set today in this live stream. And speaking of funded, I'm also excited to announce that we are currently running our May Days promotion, where you all get 50% off of all 50K challenges or higher. 50% off, guys, that is a lot. So you guys got to come and get it now before that offer expires. And if you guys are looking to start trading with more capital, you guys need to take advantage of this offer, because why trade with your own funds when you can trade with our funds with risk-free? And the best part is you get your refund back. And we'll talk a little bit more about that more in the podcast, okay? And this offer ends May 15th. All right, got 100K off for 50%. That's awesome, guys. And I'm telling you guys, get those 100K accounts, because in reality, we're just going to go into the depth of like what that means, 100K, and then how much the percentages break down. We will get that all going, okay, guys? So who is ready for the show, guys? Let me get some comments in the comment section. Are you guys ready to start? All right, let's get started, okay, guys? So the first person that I would love to introduce is Namara Jared from Kingston, Jamaica. And he's a 4-year day trader, okay, guys? And he has traded he got a 10K payout. Okay, that's crazy. 10K? And we're about to dive right into that, okay? What's up, Namarja? How are you today?
Not too bad. Just great to be a part of the team here today.
I'm excited to have you here. So, to start off, I just want you to just talk a little bit about yourself.
Well, I am from Kingston, Jamaica. I started my trading journey 4 years ago when I just started my university degree. I got into it through a friend of mine who had introduced me to trading. I got a mentorship program, and I just trusted the process, and here I am today.
Well, that process got you a 10K payout. How you feeling about that?
Well, it was a watershed moment for me. It was basically a culmination of 4 years of hard work and dedication, and hard work pays off in the end.
Yes, it does. And you're living proof of that. So when you said you just started that while you were in the university, and you kind of said that like you and your friend got into trading together, but how did you emotionally cope with that initial learning curve of trading while balancing school?
Well, during this time, it was COVID period, so we had a lot of online classes at university. So I believe that made it a bit easier for me to balance, in between classes, and me being able to just trade, on my phone, while I'm in class for the most part. In terms of the learning curve, it basically took around, I would say, like 2 years for me to like be consistently profitable, because when I started trading live, let's say it was December of 2019 that I got into trading. So by like end of January, I was basically trading live, but at this point, I was just trading my own, capital. I made my first $300, and I felt pretty glad. And I said, there's some there's real prospect of decent profit from this trading. So I just continued, and eventually I got funded, and I got my first payout this year. So I'm really happy about that.
Yes, and getting your first pay. I mean, going from $300 to now 10K, that is an amazing amount of growth, you know? So now with that, highs and lows, right? So just tell me more about your highs and lows of your trading journey, because you said you initially started with your own capital. So what made you decide to be like, hey, let me try to get funded? Or what was your breaking point where you're like, I'm done doing my own capital, let me use someone else's?
All right, so so I wasn't satisfied with the profits that I was making from own capital, because I was so limited to like what I got as allowance in, as well as from income, working as a paralegal in Jamaica, right? So I would just put my salary, or my allowance on it, on a trading account. Some weeks, I could flip it. Some weeks I wasn't too I wasn't too lucky to do that. So I just decided that I really want to see some decent gains. Like my mentor, I saw where he was pulling huge figures. So I said, probably if I get funded, I could make that a bit. I can make that a reality for myself. And I just trusted in the prop firm, PTF, and I just followed the process, and here I am today, 10K built. I couldn't really have achieved this with like, let's say, $100, $200 live account. And I wasn't really in a position to, let's say, trying to get funded like from a bank, from like a bank loan, to try and you say, okay, I'm going to try and see if I can get more capital to trade live. So I just decided that it's less risk for me to just trade somebody else's profits. So I just trusted in that as well.
Yeah, so it definitely is. And that is better than pulling out a loan, because when you do pull out a loan, you would be with that risk, of having to pay it back. And I understand that you don't want that type of risk on you. So going with that, so using PFT, right? Pro funded trader, how did your mental status get challenged? Because you're originally on a live account. So a live account is your own money. And then all of a sudden using somebody else's money. How did that challenge you in a different way?
Well, all right. So when it in terms of psychology now, when I was trading my live, you know, it's a really, grinding process, in
Mm-hmm.
terms of like the effect that it could have on my psyche, because certain weeks when I would, like, let's say, blow the account, I would like have to, grapple with that, feeling until like the next payout, and then I would just try and see, where I went wrong, and eventually it led me to a place where, you know, I just realized that, trading my life capital, especially because it wasn't like, let's say, over a certain amount, really didn't make sense in the long term for me to get, like, consistent gains like that. So I just had to develop a psychology where I, feel get comfortable, trading more profits, in terms of abiding by the parameters set by the account. That really helps as well in terms of developing a stronger psyche for the trading. And I believe that the psychology thing also comes with experience as well, because as I said, I've been trading for 4 years now. So I believe that your psychology would eventually get better over time, because especially when you see like drastic hits on the market, or like something that causes the market to really spike. It's really you knowing how to, like, control your emotions and know and determine, do you actually want to risk this trade, do you actually want to just let the market play out and probably try and trade another day. Things like that really comes with experience as a trader. So I would say that the psychology would go hand in hand with how much experience you have trading. And in terms of trade, the psychology would align with the funded account now. I basically put it in my head that I'm kind of treating this as my life capital, in a sense, because I want to have the. If you take the same approach, if you take an approach rather that this is somebody else's capital, so it doesn't really matter if you lose or not, or how much you're actually managing your risk reward, it's not you're not really going to go for neither. So you'd have to actually have the same kind of mindset, in a sense, that you had with your live account, that you have with your funded account, to actually go far as a funded trader as well. So that's what I would have to say about that.
So what I heard is that just takes experience, you know?
Exactly.
A lot of experience. So really, now I'm also going to be introducing our second guest, Juvier Spence from Abe, and he has been trading since 2018. So you both have plenty of experience on, and he also has over a 3K payout, and we also have something special to go over with you, right?
Morning.
Right.
Hello. Okay, so how are you feeling today?
I'm feeling alright. It's a bit hot here in Montego Bay, but I'm feeling alright.
All right, good.
Can't
So now,
complain, you know.
yes. So with your 3K payout, now that is something, okay? That is definitely more than what you can make, on a live account with limited funds. So for you, how has your trading been?
Well, I've started trading from around 2018. A friend of mine by the name of Kyle, he introduced me to trading. And we used to get up, well, me and my cousin used to get up every night and go on baby pips and study every night. Well, in the morning, I was around 3 a.m. We'd get up every night, go on baby pips, study baby pips. And then afterwards, I realized that I needed, what should I say, some form of structure. So I spent around $1,500 on education. First person that I did reach out to was Pajama, and then he basically structured everything for me and made the learning curve much more easy, and that was it.
That's amazing. And just like having somebody help you and guide you is like a really big thing in trading because we all know trading can be a lonely journey, right? But it seems like, you have the right guidance. So you're definitely there. And we're also going to bring out our third guest, which is Nathaniel Meeks, and he's from Manchester. He's been trading for 3 years and he has over a 7K payout. Welcome.
Blessings, blessings.
So let's just talk about your trading journey.
My trading journey never an easy one, if I should be honest. Um, Last year, 2023, I started trading in like 2022 or 2021, somewhere there. I don't remember correctly, but it's been 3 years. Yeah, my years of trading like has been a roller coaster, especially 2023. That was the most drastical a rough part of my trading journey because I was trading live. I wasn't into the funding account much because I think I had the skill set to like accumulate or make as much money from my own capital. So I was like into like funding, and then I take the step and I bought a funded account with my forex fund, and from there I was trading, reach life phase and make profit, and after make profit, my forex fund went down completely. Like that's in that same period of time when I was supposed to get my withdrawal. I had like 10K or 15K on the account for withdrawal, and in that same period, my forex fund went down. And then I wake up one morning and I see my mentor Alston post Pro Traders Fund. I was really skeptic. I'm being honest. I was really skeptic because I was like, nah, I can't go through this again because my forex fund brought a lot of trauma to me. Imagine waiting on 15K payout and then boop say here say you not get no money. So and in that time, that's the only thing I had. Like I literally had to like get a loan, and I purchase Pro Traders Fund. I had the account from like from it when it just opened, but I wasn't trading on it much because it was going down to like Christmas, and you know the market can be like choppy those times. So in January of this year, that's when I started to see real growth as it comes to like Pro Traders Fund. Like Pro Traders Fund has like changed the game for me completely. I'm being honest. Within a month, I was able to make like over $2 million. So that's where the game really began to change for me. So Pro Traders is the way to go. Like this is it.
Most definitely. So you said in a month you made over two how much?
Over 2 million
Over
Jamaican dollar.
2 million Jamaican. Now that's a lot, okay? So how did that change your psychology? Actually making it. Going from a prop firm that was flaky, that didn't pay you out to now trading with pro traders funds and now you're receiving payouts.
Um, my psychology changed. Like if I hear the term encouragement sweeten labor, like my psychology changed when I got like the second payout. I would say the first, I would say the second. Like when I got the second, I was like, yes, this is it. I'm on my way. So then and there, my psychology changed, and I knew from I do it once, I can do it twice, and I can even do it more and more and more. So that's when my psychology changed, and began putting in work. I locked in chart work. That's it for me. Back testing. That has been it for me.
So my question to you would be, what is something that you can tell the viewers, everyone that's watching, right? For people who either lose challenges or for some reason they're on a different prop firm or they don't get paid out. What is a piece of advice that you can give to them that they can use?
Okay, just the advice I'd give, like just the process and never give up on what you're doing, because at that same moment when you feel like giving up, that may be the time when life really may change for you. Because, like, honestly, when I lose the money on my forex fund, like I wasn't gonna buy another prop firm. And I woke up the morning and I saw Alston posted the link of the prop firm, and I bought it like days after, and here I am today. My life has been different. I only see myself going up from here. So I would recommend everybody to come on board. And what make this more interesting, like this is the only prop firm in the Caribbean. So if we say it's a yardy thing, like I like me prefer this more because like me actually can reach out to like Pajama and are like even you members of the platform, and like if I have issue I can get it resolved. Those are the prop firm, like if they should like run off, like there's no way in contacting them. If they should say like ditch everybody. So like yeah, pro traders is the way to go, and that's the best advice I could give. Like give it a try.
So customer service, that's a big thing with any prop firms, and this is a question for all of you guys, okay? So when you guys are with Pro Traders Funds, you guys received payouts. What do you feel that's different in the Pro Traders Fund community and support that has given you value as a trader?
Yeah, I guess I'll go first. All right, so I would say that the customer support staff is very, you know, forthcoming in terms of trying to assist you with the needs that you may have. You can really count on them to respond. Well, they try and respond as timely as they can, but rest assured that they'll be there to assist you with your needs. In terms of like assisting with payout processing, you have certain numbers that the contact numbers on the platform that you can reach out to, and you can you're guaranteed that you can get somebody to actually assist you with that in terms of like tracking processing times, when you should expect your payout and things like that. So I would say that the support staff at Pro Traders Fund is really good in terms of assisting any complaints that you might have, or questions rather that you might have.
Anyone else want to add anything?
For me,
Definitely
that's
agree with Norma. Customer
Yeah.
service is
So,
fast and reliable.
there you go. I can hear you now. You're good. Okay, so then now my whole thing is, so with
Yeah,
that's
that's
with
it.
support.
I definitely agree with Norma.
Yeah. So with that support, but then how about giving actual trading value? Because we at Pro Traders Fund, value traders actually helping you guys pass these challenges. We want you guys to pass. We don't want people to fail. So have you guys received any like community support, or just like how have you felt the community has changed you as a trader or helped you?
I can answer that question. Like personally, like reaching out to Pajama, like multiple times, he always tell me like, um, me, I like you tell me that I remind him of himself when he was like on his way during the trading. Like so that kind of motivate me to say, all right, yeah, yeah, I'm on the right path. Because on numerous occasions, you tell me like he's really proud of me. So that's a big motivation, and he's someone like I really looked up to.
That's really good. So now my next question is for Juvier, okay? So with psychology, right? So what is a piece of advice that you would give to aspiring traders just about managing their emotions or just any stress that they may deal with?
Alright, so I've been trading for well I've really been trading from 2019, so I have experience a lot in regards to how to manage my emotions because I realize that when you have a strategy, sometimes it will be working extremely well, and then another time you're probably not seen as much set up as how you would normally see before, and that's when experience is coming to play. So, I personally, I personally developed something that I use and also share with my friends is basically collecting data, collect every single information they can on a strategy. So in those bad times, you can look back on the data and make sure so everything that you're doing, you're doing right and you're following the guidelines to your strategy to set it. I also have something that I would like to share. Basically, I'm a journal. Like I collected data on my strategy from 2021 as a recording data. So if you don't mind, I would like to share my screen.
Yes, I would. Do you mind if you just do me one favor, just because it's a little muffled and your internet is going in and out? Before you do that, because I know that is something that we need to show the viewers. Definitely that trading journal that you got going. Can you log out and then come back in, and then we can go on that just to make sure it's going smoothly,
Okay.
so we can see that. Thank you. While he's doing that, guys, Namarja, I'm just going to ask you one question, okay? Are there any specific mental exercises or routines you personally prepare yourself for a trading session?
I don't really have like a mental I just have a mental exercise that I used to prepare, to be honest. Um as I said, when you're taking a trade, you kinda have an idea of what outcome to expect. And psychology is really a thing that you get with experience. So you might take a trade and you're not sure about it, but you know that you're not risking too much on one trade anyways. So it doesn't really matter if it goes in your favor or not. Um, as far as mental exercise would go, I would just say that I just take a prayer to the say a prayer to the Most High and ask for a blessed trading session when I start the day. That's as far as it goes, really and truly, to be honest.
Well, that's good. Always starting with a prayer. You can't beat that. But so for other than that, right? So your trading plan. So when you go into a trade, right? So these are for viewers who may not fully have a strict trading plan or may not know what to look for in the markets. What are some things that you look for before
All
you
right,
take a
so
trade?
the indicator that I've found a lot of success with, well, especially of late, is really the 200 EMA. That indicator is helpful because it gives like a direction in where the um, market is going and is likely to go. So usually I look for a trade when I see the market is going crossing over the EMA, and then I'll just I have a what do you call it? I have a I guess it's better if I kind of show you on screenish, but essentially I look for where the EMA is going and I basically trade off of that. So as long as you're taking a trade in the direction of the EMA, then there's a there's a high probability that your trade is going to close out in profits for you.
All right. And Nathaniel, what about you?
Could you repeat the question?
It would be for taking a trade, right? So what are some things that you can share to the viewers like within your trading plan that you follow to have profitable trades?
Okay, first thing before I take a trade, I want to make sure that I'm emotionally intact. I'm not taking any trade because the market is moving or any impulse trade. Other factors are I have confluences that I look for, like specific confluences. So if those confluences aren't aligned with the market, I will not take a trade.
So when you say confluences, right? So for some of the viewers who may not have a confluences or may not know that, what is something that you're looking for? Like, are you using trend line to see what the trend is going up or down? Or if you could just explain yourself a little bit more.
Okay. For me personally, I use like a lot. I use trend line, I use moving average, and I use my fibs as well as candlestick formation. So at a support, I would like to see some rejection. If I see that the market like pushing down with structure like highs and lows, pushing to a support. When it reaches that support, I need to see it showing rejection as well as start pushing up back, then create it first. Higher low. That would give me clarity to say, all right, the market needs or want to transition now. So then and there, I would put my trend line on that structure, wait for it to break the eye that it has created with an engulfing candle. And normally I would use my fib. I could get in it before it break that new eye that it has created. I could get in it before with just my fib, like at a structural point, the 38 or the 50 or even the 61. I could get in it from down there, but I need to see while price is doing that. I need to see the moving average below price.
Okay, guys. So now you heard that. Now it's like for the viewers watching, you guys kind of know exactly what to look for, just how to build your confluences using trend lines, Fibonacci, and all this. Even though we did not go into depth, it gives you guys a little bit of more of an idea to what to look to, as everyone here in this group is profitable traders, but do what works for you, right? So now that Juvier is back in the chat, I want to see your journal that you made. If you could share that.
Yeah, just a second. You guys hear me clearly?
Yes, no worries now.
A
Take
bit
your
more.
time.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, so I was saying before that it is very important to journal, because if you don't collect data, you're basically gambling. It's very important to journal and know when to enter, when to exit, the average amount of pips, um, how many profits you made for a specific month, etc. So I'm going to show you my journal based off of how many profits I've made from 2021 and how I use that knowledge to help with my psychology. So you see my screen?
Give it 1 second.
See the screen? Or not screen?
Now we do.
Okay. You see that?
Yep.
So you see my screen
We can see
now,
your
right?
screen. Yes.
So as you
Yep.
can see, I have different strategies. Yeah. Yeah, so I have different strategies. So I have a strategy in which I aim for 1 to 10 RR, 1 to 10 R as well, and 1 to 3 RR. But I only use this strategy to trade prop firms account, because I realized that the higher the risk to reward is, the more drawdown that you will be going through. So I choose a low RR to trade on prop firm accounts because the drawdown isn't that heavy. So as you can see, I have journaled everything from 2021, September 2021 to where I am now, which is April 2024. We are still in May, so I haven't tallied that month as yet. And as you can see, in in February, I went through a drawdown in which I lost negative 5%, right? And if I hadn't have this data that I collected in the past, I would think that the strategy that I have isn't working properly. But because I have collected so many data, I realized that no, this is something that is normal, and I know that I should just stick to my plan to come out of this drawdown. And as you can see, I'm currently working my way out of this drawdown. So it's good to collect data. It will definitely boost your confidence in your system because you will be able to see that your strategy has worked in the past and will continue to work in the future. So once you collect data, once you journal, once you document everything and treat it like a business, I guarantee you, man, you are going to be the next one on this live stream once you journal everything. So yeah, that would be my advice to everyone. Just document, just document, just document.
Most definitely, guys. And let me tell you, we are the only program that's doing that. Juvier, you did not need to do that, but now you gave ideas to everyone, and you really showed that's your true profits and your losses. So it shows that even the most profitable traders can go into
Yeah.
drawdown, right? I'm pretty sure we've all been in drawdown before. We know what it is to lose accounts. We know what it is to have a payout. But then it's the consistency that you have and showing that you've traded from 2021, right? 2021 to 2024, that
Yeah.
is over 2 years of data collection. And every day it seemed like you showed
Mhm.
out each month. You showed up each month and you documented no matter what it is. So now my question too is when you're journaling like that
Nah, you know
and
what's
you
funny?
are,
A lot of
oh, you can go.
yeah, I was saying that yeah, I was saying that a lot of persons think that Forex is a get rich quick scheme, but I can tell you this is a lot of hard work and you have to discipline. You have to show up every single day. And if you think say is that something where you can just get up and start to make money like that, you have to apply a lot of pressure. That's why I love the quote of Pajama always say, apply pressure, apply pressure, apply pressure. You have to show up every day, 1 o'clock every day, 1 a.m. every day, 3 a.m. It depends on your trading time. You show up, record data, whether you win or lose, you just collect data. Before you get better.
So for you, somebody, if you were to tell the audience right now how to make a trading journal like that, can you just go over on how you did it so they can do it as well?
All right, all right, no problem. Just a second. All right, give me a second while I open up a trading view.
Okay. Now, viewers, while he's doing this, this is never before. This is raw, okay, guys? This is super real. We're being really honest with everyone, okay? Because at the end of the day, we want people to pass challenges instead of fail them. So this is real advice that you can take from all three of these guys, okay?
Yeah, I don't think it would be wise for me to go and trade in view and do that right now. And the system is moving
Okay, no worries. It's
a
it's all
bit
good.
slow
It's
at the
all
moment.
good. But definitely we would want to like just talking about a trading journal, right? So just talk about something. So you say percentages, right? And strategies. So how do you differentiate it and how do you organize it?
All right, so for my personal account, I would prefer to trade a 1 to 10 system. And when I mean 1 to 10, I mean that my average RR, whenever I win, I would gain like 10% or more. So on my personal account, I would trade that system. But on a platform account, I cannot trade that same system because with a 1 to 10 RR, sometimes I lose a lot. And with a platform account, you have certain parameters that you have to stay in between. So I rather be conservative and trade my 1 to 3 system instead of the 1 to 10. So by journaling, it gave me that information I needed to know how to manage my risk and when to use which strategy and when to use the other strategy. So
So you guys heard that in order to just get better, you guys need a journal, right? Because that data shows and consistency matters. So for Namarja, what would you say, like, do you have a trading journal?
No, I don't have a
Okay.
trading journal. Yeah.
So if you don't have a trading journal, what is your usual, like, to pass challenges, right? To talk to the viewers about passing the challenges. How much risk should they risk, like on an account?
Well, to pass a challenge, you'd have to be risking per trade at least 0.5%. But basically, each trade should at least be less than a percentage of the account. So usually you have like 5% um, daily drawdown, and then you have 12% overall drawdown on the account. So the less you're actually risking on a prop firm account, especially when you're trying to pass it, is the more likely that, even if you start off like rough in terms of you start off and you're in drawdown probably in the first, 3 or 5 trades, because you're using the 0.5% strategy or even less than that, you can turn that account around very easily. Because if you think about it, trading is basically, I would say, around 80%, risk to reward. So as long as you're risking a very low amount and your reward is basically almost double your what you're risking per trade, then you really just need at least 2 or 3 good trades. Even after going through like a week of losses, you just need like 2 or 3 good trades, and just like that, your account is out of drawdown, and then you can just build on that to eventually meet the profit target set in the parameters. So the one thing to take away is just that, don't take the approach, that, oh, I want to use like a big lot size because I want to, beat the account as quickly as possible or as fast as possible, or you want to meet the, profit target within one day. Believe me, I've tried that before. Before, when I have my Pro Traders phone, you know, um, I got this account last year, but early on in the year, I was actually trying to get accounts with like my Forex funds was one of them. Actually, I tried to get an account with an FTMO, right? And what I realized is that, because I was trying to beat these accounts within like the shortest time possible, that kind of mess you up in the long run, because when you risk too much, in terms of trying to turn the account around, it's probably going to be a bit, challenging to do that, and you're just going to end up failing outright. And this is advice that I got from that I took from Alston. He's another popular mentor. I think Meeks had actually mentioned him as well. But yeah, Alston basically showed me a pre say, oh, just cut down the risk, and you can almost pass every challenge that you take um at least 80% of the time. Because believe there's also a world where if you risk, even if you're risking 0.5%, but if you just are lose like 3, 4, 5 weeks worth of losses, because you have to remember that it's 12%, so it's just you have a limited number of trades before you can actually turn the account up, before you fail the challenge, right? So you still have to be wary of that, but the chances are higher for you to actually beat the account when you actually reduce the your risk to a very small amount. So hopefully you guys can take that away and implement that in your future challenge endeavors, whether it be Pro Traders Fund or anywhere else.
Yes, most definitely. And the last question would be really for Nathaniel. Okay, so talking about risk, talking about losses, how do you deal with losses? And more so, how can you? What is something you could tell the audience to prevent them from revenge trading?
Revenge trading. How I deal with losses. I'm a risk like, if I say I'm gonna risk like 2,000 for the day, and I take like 2 trades and I lost them both. That's it for the day. I'm gonna close on the laptop and I'm gonna move. I'm gonna try to like do something to get my mind from going back to the laptop, because I don't really suffer from revenge trading. I've never had that problem. If I lost, I call it a day and I like move away from the computer. Probably I gotta do some back testing to see why I lost and what may happen, but I don't really suffer from revenge trading.
So basically, you just turn off your computer and walk away after a
I'm done for
loss.
the day.
Good. I
And
mean,
if
that's
I
how we
win,
should all handle
that's the same thing.
it. Okay, that was great, guys. It's been really good. And I noticed also in the comments section, guys, the audience has a bunch of questions that they need to get answered. And we are going to give like about 5 minutes to go over all of the questions that are in the comments. 'Cause I do see like people have a lot of questions because we have you three amazing traders here with us. And
Okay,
let's get started.
okay. I see someone say post proof of payout. I've been posting that on my IG like for days. You can follow me on IG, Meeks Effects. I post that on my IG very often.
Let's see what are some other questions that we got. Um so I noticed that people are talking about blowing funded accounts. What is an advice that we can give the audience about blowing funded accounts?
Low risk. Do not risk 1% of your account. A lot of people always build the theory of risking 1% for funded account. I do not recommend risking 1% of your account. You can still risk half of that 1% and make a lot of money.
And let's see. Oh, someone says what? Okay, so for me, um, what started to make me trade? Just a second form of income, because the thing is, I know with everyone, trading is something that we can make money with, and it's just a great source of income. And when we have Pro Traders Fund, it's a no risk, right, guys? I mean, essentially, if you pass your challenges. Let's see. Are there any other questions? Oh, after passing the funded challenge, how long did you guys have for a payout?
Usually it's 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
They have a 14-day payout period. And now that, pro traders funds, they have the devs working on upgrading the platform so that we can actually do
Have instant payouts.
instant payouts through the dashboard, because before you would have to send an email for manual payouts. But we have reached this far, to the point where you no longer have to do that. So the payout times should be, well, the payout times are generally, a bit,
Getting less.
yeah.
And with the payouts, guys, I just want to say one thing. Just remember that we are currently running our Maze Day promotions where you can get 50% off on all challenges 50K or higher. So once you guys take your challenge and pass it, you guys will get your payouts within 2 weeks with the KYC identification and everything else.
So a question where somebody asks why I don't use a trading journal. To be honest, I think you just have to use, what you want to do. For me, the trading journal was, basically implemented when I was doing the demo account phase back in, within the first year of trading. I was using the trading journal. But once you get, used to trading as a whole, um, you just realize that you don't really need a trading journal per se. Like what I do have is like a book where I have, like I know that Javier has a trading journal where he has like, certain strategies for certain scenarios and accounts. I have something similar to that. Well, probably not to that to a great extent like that, But I do have like a book where I put down what confluences I'm looking for before I place a trade. Like earlier I mentioned, that I use the EMA heavily. You have other things that you look for, like demand and supply zones, and you're looking for higher highs and higher lows. Those are like the basic. Well, not necessarily basic, but those are things that every trader usually looks out for when they're looking for confluence to enter a trade. But for me, the trading journal, it wasn't really my approach
All right.
to trading as a
Narmaja,
whole.
can I add to Narmaja?
Yeah.
The trading journal, like it's what you're really comfortable with. Because this is me, like written down stuff. This is like a book. I have with everything I do before I take a trade, etc. I wouldn't like tally up a chart like Juvier because I hate to read. So I would not tally up a chart like that. But it's what you're comfortable with and it's what's best
Mm.
for you. And I must add and say what works for me may not works for you. So you just have to find what you're comfortable with.
Yeah, and another thing too, you don't have to journal the way how I journal because everybody journal differently. Because I have a couple friends that trade as well and they journal, but how I journal, they don't journal the way that I journal. Some people have an Excel sheet or a book, then write down their setups on and ensure that everything is on that checklist before they take a trade, like Nathaniel said. So yeah, you have different ways that you can journal. You don't have to journal like how I journal. But it's just very important to collect data, to know your strategy.
Precisely, precisely. Agree.
Are any of you guys intraday traders?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what
Okay,
I
so
do.
right here. How many trades should I take in a day if I'm an intraday trader?
Max two.
There we go. That was simple. Now let's see if anyone
So
else.
personally, if we everybody trade different because I only take like one trade a day. Whether I win or lose, I just move on. It all depends on what you're comfortable with.
Well,
Um, let,
my
let me add
trading.
let me add to the
Uh,
max two. All right. For instance, when I
uh,
say two, all right, you may enter a trade now and you get stop out. But the trade, when you're looking at the trade, it's the same exact thing you're seeing. Like you're seeing the same setup as before. So for instance, you may enter the trade too early and you get stop out. You still have the possibility to get back into that trade to make back what you just lost plus profit. So that's why I say max two.
Yeah, yeah.
Good risk to reward. You can look out for. You can use like a 1 to 3 risk to reward. When you're well, it depends on what you're comfortable with, but I usually try go for a 1 to 3 risk to reward ratio. And for me personally, I'm a
I would
scalper,
say that
so sometimes I trade like I don't know if I see 5 setups that work out, I'll take all of those 5 setups. So that's just me, but as Meeks said, you have to just do what you're comfortable doing.
I'm a
yeah, and
intraday trader.
to add something to what Narmaja is saying, the RR depends on the type of person that you are, because if you aim for a high risk to reward, just know that you're gonna lose more. And if you keep your RR kind of small, you're gonna win a lot more. So it depends on what you want. So you just have to back test and see which results suit your personality. And we'll go with that.
I'm a day trader as well as a swing trader because let me put it this way. I might catch a trade like Tuesday and I see the trade for potential like extended potential. I might just hold a trade for the entire week and just keep scaling it. So don't need to like look for another setup. I just scale in one trade for the entire week, even 2 weeks.
So let's just ask one more question. Does anyone else in the audience have any other questions that you guys would like to get answered? Oh, I see this one. Do you guys trade the news?
Yes, I do. I'm a big fan of
Okay.
fundamentals. So yes, I do trade the news. I like take
Mm,
fundamentals. And the pair I trade, it requires a lot of knowledge from fundamentals. I only trade US 100, so I have to study like the fundamental aspect of US 100.
And then another one is saying how much data is enough from back testing? Over 100 trades?
Um, I wouldn't say 100 trades per se. Like sometimes you back if you have a pair that you're looking at, you probably just back test the pair for like the trading during the trading session, like for the previous week. So let's say the last week just went. So I'll just look at the trading session that I usually take on that chart and just see, what movements occurred, what setups were present that probably I didn't really see. And basically you can do it like that. Some persons they trade like over a set number of candles, set number of candlesticks, like so they trade, they would backtest like I don't know over 1,000 candlesticks, because you have different functions on trading view that actually shows you how much candlesticks that you're looking at, and you can actually use that to backtest as well. And as you said, as the question said, trades, backtested trades, you probably backtest like the setups that you took and see how many times, for the week, that setup was profitable for you.
Okay, let me add to that. Back testing. If you're back testing, you're supposed to be back testing for a reason. You have a lot of people just back test because they have the paid version of TradingView. If you're back testing, you have to have a weakness that you want to be better on. For instance, you're back testing because you want to be better at entries. For instance, you're back testing because you want to be better at marking up your zones. So you can still back test 100 trades and still not profitable. And you can do this like for an entire month and still not profitable because you're just back testing and you really do not have a purpose why you're back testing.
Exactly. And backtesting is super
yeah,
important,
I,
guys.
yeah, I
What
have
what else
something
do
to
you
say
want to
as
add?
well in regards to what. Not a, um, yes, I used to experience something like that when I just started trading. When I just joined Pajamas group, he he always stressed on back testing, right? And he used to send us this Excel sheet to back test and put all our data on and everything. But even though I was back testing every single day, I wasn't back testing correctly. I didn't have the proper intentions. Like I was just back testing to see how quickly I can make money. But what you should be back testing for is, as Nathaniel said, you have to find out what you want to improve on and back test for that specific reason and be really intentional in what you're doing so you can document the correct information, and that's how you're gonna get better when you're back testing.
Most definitely. So you need a back test with a purpose to make your trading strategy or your plan, whatever you use, better. And we're gonna wrap up with this one last question, guys. And I want views from all three of you, okay? Because most of you had a 9 to 5 before. Are you still? This is a question for you, the three of you. Are you guys still? Do you guys still have another job at the moment?
No, I'm a full-time trader.
No, no, no. I haven't done a
Yes.
9 to 5 from 2020.
And that is amazing, okay? And Nikki basically asked, "What is your advice for someone who is interested in trading and wants to start but has a 9 to 5?"
Collect
Well,
data, as Juvier would say. Collect data, put
I,
them together.
yes, I have friends that, yeah, basically, I have friends that have a 9 to 5. They're working at call centers. And right now with Pro Trader as well. And what I always tell them to do is just backtest, know your strategy, know how much money you want, you can accomplish certain goals. Like you have to know, you see, working a 9 to 5 is you have to go manage your time. So if you know, say you have to left work 5 p.m., by the time I come home 5 p.m., and you know, say you want to get up 3 o'clock London session, you know, say you have to cook, clean, bathe, so you want to ensure, say, by the time reach 8 p.m., you are asleep. And then when you get up 3 a.m. now, you just show up every single day. And if you see a setup, you take it, you can see a setup, you still document it, and that's how you get better. And eventually, you have to get better. So do that. You can show up every single day. You just have to get better.
Consistency is key. Mm.
Consistency and persistence. That is what I heard, guys. And that is definitely something that goes in with the 9 to 5 because you guys are working the job. And then in order to trade, that's another job. So you guys just have to pick a session that works with your schedule. So to leave you guys off with that, this has been an amazing. Oh, I'm a beginner. Let's answer this one last question, guys, and we will wrap it up. So I'm a beginner. How do I start Forex?
Well, I would suggest that you start off with a mentorship program with somebody that is experienced and is profitable with Forex. And you basically just, take your time with their, mentorship program and, one step at a time, and you'd eventually, get there, I would say.
Um, I see a lot of that's a very interesting question. I see a lot of persons like saying they're new to forex on like what do they need to get done. All right, you can't say you want to be a forex trader and you're coming into trading with the cheap mindset. Firstly, you need to get a mentor. You're gonna hear people say, I've been watching YouTube. YouTube is good, but the data you need is scattered. Why not just pay for a mentorship where you can get all you need to be a profitable trader? So as a beginner, the first thing you need to get done is to find a mentor. Invest in your knowledge.
Most definitely, and investing in yourself. That is very important, because it's at the end of the day, look where you guys look where the three of you are now. You guys are profitable day traders. Pat on the back to you guys, because you guys are part of the top 10%. And all the viewers in the chat can be like you, but it takes time and consistency, and this is something that you just deserve because you guys worked hard for it. We went over your guys' journeys. You guys definitely had it. So I just want to give a thank you to the three special guests, you all being here, okay, and making this live possible. And thank you just being so real. We want to be real with all the viewers, all the members of how to be successful because you guys really showed your insights and just generally like how to make it. And I know as much as we talked about, we've said the secrets, but now it's experience, right? So now they have to just experience themselves with your guys's tips and tricks, And now to end it, guys, we are going to be live next week on May 19th, which is next Sunday. So stay tuned to the following Pro Traders Fund on all social media platforms using the @Pro Traders Fund. And if you guys are interested more about Pro Traders Fund or want to start your journey, you guys can visit us at www.protradersfund. Also, follow me on Instagram at 𝗟𝗏𝗵𝗏𝗍𝗍𝗍𝗍. And I will be more than happy to help you along your trading journey as I have free ebooks, content, and just more educational services. And I do have mentorships that I do offer. So you can just reach out to me. And thank you guys all again. And I really appreciate you guys being here with us. And may the profits be with you. All right.
Thank you very much.
Thank
Thank you
you.
guys.
Come on, let's go.